Yeah. Oh yeah.
Beef.
The day has come. Not beef.
What?
Straight beef.
Okay, got
Street
it.
beef.
Yep.
The day has come, ladies and gentlemen. You heard me wild out.
Ha!
No pun intended. Nick Cannon. I'm trying to get on the Wild 'N Out show that he's revamping on MTV2.
That he's already been on.
And I hit up my good friend, Nick Cannon.
Would you say best friend?
He wasn't at the wedding, so good friend.
Okay.
I didn't get an invite.
All right.
You should have invited him.
I sent it to the PNB store in LA. That's the only address I had. So my good friend Nick Cannon, I hit him up, emailed him and said, hey, I heard you're doing Wild 'N Out in New York.
And I hit him right back.
Right back. And said, yes, come through. Next week, I'm like, yo, where do I go?
No reply.
Hello?
Crickets.
Hello?
You hit me and said, where did I go?
Give me a contact person. Something.
See, you can tell he's not used to dealing with bosses.
Oh, boss.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you hit me, you my man, hit you right back. Everything else, you get a positive answer from me, deal with my office. My office number is public. You can look it up.
So you should have called
Cannon Industries?
Yeah, Cannon Industries.
You know what's funny? Nick Cannon sounds like one of those 1940s detective movies. Do your little investigating, man. Say, hey, she, what's the problem with Cypher Sound?
Yeah, she.
All right, anyway. Things we should care about.
Yeah, let's find out.
We do care about that, though. Don't just brush that aside like we don't care
And
about
right,
that.
my brother.
He
We
said
care
last time, Nick is my dog. He put me on when it was years ago on Wild 'N Out. He said, well, you kind of didn't do anything.
That's what, because when your name came up again, because I was like, yo, that's my man. The one thing that the room said, they was like, he didn't do nothing last time. And I stepped up and said, because Steve-O was high as hell on the show.
I walked out on stage.
So Steve-O
I was
upstaged
introduced.
him?
I was introduced Cypher Sounds, right? Nick, I was on Nick's team. Steve-O comes out, puts a car battery, the jumper cables on his balls.
Oh my God.
And then jumps on an ironing board with his back and breaks it. I was like, Nick, can I come on another time? Because there's no shine for me today.
You can't top that.
Nothing.
Was this before or after he said the N-word in the parking lot?
This is before.
Okay.
Because afterwards, they all wanted to beat the shit out of him.
As they should have.
But what I'm saying is, and that was even before I was doing stand-up and before I was doing improv. So now I'm seasoned.
Yeah, I'm surprised
ready.
actually that you did it back then. Were you excited to do Wild 'N Out? Do you know what you were like?
Yeah.
You'd be able to do it?
Yeah, I was always.
He's always a funny cat,
yeah.
but now he got the
But I'm
schooling
not-
behind him.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you because Nick always looked out for me, man. But just find out what's going on.
Come to the show. That's the whole purpose. We got
coming to the show.
everybody coming through. Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart hates me too. He's a hater too.
Yeah, Kevin Hart.
I hate him, so it don't
I hate
matter.
him too. I hate him.
When he dissed you in the commercial for the show. All right, you know what?
Sucker.
Let's talk about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Nick
the good
Cannon.
thing about it is that it's in New York now.
Yes.
So
Grimy.
everybody's coming through.
Yes. And it's like 2 Chainz, ASAP, Mac Miller, MGK, Joe Budden. Like it's way grimier than it was before. I took all the colors and the lights and all that. We
Thugged it out more.
Thugged it out.
But a lot of comedians have popped off from your show.
Yeah.
I.e. Cat Williams.
Cat
That's
Williams,
my man
every
slapping
D-Ray.
people in Target.
D-Ray.
Oh, yeah, what's going on? Is he okay?
He good. This
You
is the
sure?
thing.
What's your definition of
Evidence
good?
suggests
Let me
that
talk
he
to him.
is wilding out in life.
This is what Katt is. People who don't know Katt, he got a short fuse, and he ain't never like he don't care. He a real NIGGA for real. Like, but I feel he's at a place where he can't trust anybody and he's overworked. I don't think it's drugs at all. I think it's just he's upset with everyone, and
His fuse is
you ever get to that place where you kind of like it's an imbalance because you like you're
Like
not
a chemical
sleeping.
imbalance?
Yeah, like
Damn.
you.
I feel like smacking somebody. Is that
That's ludicrous.
That's what it is. He upset right now, and people like, cause like even with the Target situation, I heard that, and if you look into it, that the Target employee called him an N-word.
Yeah.
You supposed to get
call him
smacked.
a Nick Cannon?
Yeah, that's what he called him. And then and that's why if you look into it, like the next day the Target employee got fired and all that. Like,
He
so
did.
it had to something crazy had to happen.
Right.
And
So you don't think it has anything to do with the fact that Suge Knight is now managing him?
I think Suge is probably one of the few people that can like really sit and
Reel him
reason with Katt at times. Because right now, like when you the boss in your situation, you making $250,000 a show.
Ooh.
Ain't too many people can tell you what to do. So you gotta. It has to be somebody that you're willing to listen to And I think Suge is probably that dude.
It's a
now.
bad time in life, though, when you say, you know, the only person who can get through to him
It's Suge Knight. He's the voice of reason.
It's the voice of reason. The last time I saw him, he was strewn on a Porsche in a parking lot. But
Don't judge a Suge by its cover, okay? You never know. Man.
Do you ever watch old Mariah videos and get angry? Because sometimes
the dudes in the video.
What about in the Bone Thugs video? You ever asked her? She was kind of hugged up. It was too much.
This is my thing. When my wife, like, we kept it 100 from the beginning, and she was like, she always had a no rapper rule, so she was fine with flirting with rappers and stuff. And then, you know, she was married, so I was like, a lot of those dudes I talked to and all that stuff. So I was like, yo, just let me know if y'all had something. So when I see dude in the
same
street,
discussion.
Yeah.
But in the Make It Last Forever video, Nas and Mariah,
that's why like Nas is my man.
On the lap, like,
I was like, yo,
chilling.
was there ever anything with Nas? Because if so, I salute you.
They
That's
look a little
Nas.
friendly.
But both of them said, nah.
You asked both, though.
Absolutely.
You asked her?
Yes.
And then you asked Nas to be sure.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
Because I've been in that situation
This is
before.
not fair.
I've been in that situation.
Okay. If she said yes and it was way before you, would it have mattered?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
But he wants
That's the whole
I
thing, you know, with the
commend you for that.
Eminem thing. You know what I mean? Like, if there was something there before that, I have no problem with that. If y'all, whatever, I don't know how. But then when you still bringing it up today, if you a dude like, oh yeah, you're man, like, yo, why you still talk?
Were you ever able to remove yourself from it enough to go? Because, like, here's the situation, right? I think you're a great guy. I would never want to diss you.
Well, thank you.
Like, now that I know you and I know how good a guy you are, I would. But at the same time, because I'm a fan of the hip hop world and M generally,
right?
I just write it off when M said that stuff. I'm just like, that's just M being M,
right?
Are you able to remove yourself at all? Just like, Eminem's being Eminem?
I would have. This is the thing. Like when I heard because it all started from the bombs over Baghdad.
Yeah,
yeah, and he said, like,
hiding in Mariah's wine cellar. He's saying all kinds of
all of that stuff. Like, it was a line where he crossed it, and and as a fan, I was like, I let everybody, yo, I'm a huge Eminem fan, all of that stuff, but. Why when you say I wish you luck with the fucking whore and all of that stuff? And I was like,
no, that's too far.
Why you got like if you just saying yo I had a bunch of chicks back in the day too? I'd be like, yo, you know,
Nick, we know you have.
Like you,
but then
somebody's wife.
Exactly.
Somebody's wife now.
I would never talk like there's chicks that are married to dudes now. I wouldn't throw it out there like that. But then this is the thing. He lied about it. Like if it really happened, that's what I thought was the sucker shit about it.
But did nothing happen?
They hung out. This is what I know. Okay. And this is what, if you even listen to his lyrics, it sounds like he's being honest but trying to put extras on it.
Right.
And it was like he talked about, yo, we all know that they kicked it and they hung out and all of that stuff. My wife is, whether people believe it or not, is like a super like prude, like believes in you have to be married to have sex. Like when you think about it, she was married from 18 to like however long to.
It's a pretty long time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like she's only really, and then after she got married, she had like 2 relationships. Like if I saw Derek Jeter today, I'd be like, yo, that's my man. They was in a relationship together. It was almost married and all of that type of stuff. Whatever. But so when she was hanging out with him, she was like, yo, nothing went down like that. Like
like never, that.
Yeah. And then he never, if you listen to what he said, like they ain't never happened. So why are you lying and saying in songs saying that you did this about someone? That's like messing with somebody's character. I, as a ex-pimp, never lied on my joint.
An ex-pimp.
He used to
you don't lie on your joint.
Yeah,
why?
That's whack.
Like if you a dude out there that's getting chicks, why you gotta say, oh, I hit that when you ain't really hit that?
Yeah, it's stupid.
That was my thing. Like how much of a stand-up dude are you when you gotta defame someone else's name to make yourself look like you? That's whack.
You're not a stand-up dude when you.
Well, M was in a weird spot. Well, let's also be fully honest.
But I'm a fan of the dude.
For full disclosure, M was in a weird space. I think when he was making those songs too. That was still when he was coming out of.
Yeah, he felt like he had to like. Yeah, I get it.
But M always goes a little too far.
Well, that's part. But that is part of his charm. If he's not talking about your wife.
That's the thing. Like even if he was like, yo, Nick Cannon, you know me, you can say whatever about me, and I think. But when you cross a line of 2 things, one, when you bringing up stuff from 10 years ago to see. Like I didn't get that, and then when you lie about it, I was like, "Come on, man, let's really talk about this."
You haven't seen him though?
I seen like I seen Paul.
You talked to Paul?
Yeah, it seemed everything is good. I was like, I tried to get him on Wild 'N Out.
M?
I think he's a Christian, like born again.
M?
Yeah.
Well, he's recovering, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little more religious.
Yeah.
He wears the necklace all the time, and
so. But I was like, yo, how big with that beat.
Oh, if you had him on, it'd be awesome.
Crazy.
That'd
So-
be huge.
And listen, as offended as Nick was, he will put it to bed to make some hot TV.
Absolutely.
Trust and believe.
Good real talk. I'm a fan of the dude. Like I think he's
You
one
still
of the
listen to
best.
any of his music?
Absolutely. I think he's one of the best to ever do it. But it's just like we had
There's some
issues.
differences.
Yeah, like me and Syfe.
Yeah, like I'm never.
No, I know.
Never
That's,
gonna watch,
that's permanent though. You guys are never gonna play.
Never gonna watch any. I'm not gonna watch. Money Can't Buy Me Love or whatever
No,
that
no.
movie
Guess
is.
what? The only thing
That's
to
my
watch-
favorite movie.
No, you're gonna wait and just watch Drumline, and when Nick gets
I'm
punched in
never
the
gonna-
face, you're gonna laugh.
I got that. I
Yeah.
got that in my on my iPod, just rewinding.
Right while you're getting punched in the face. Damn, that's sad.